Good morning, everyone. A good Erev Shabbos. I'm going to share with you today a thought on the month of Elul. We know that the acronym for Elul, Aleph Lamed Vav Lamed, stands for, according to the Arizal, Ani L'Doidi V'Doidi Li. I am to my beloved, and my beloved is to me. And that's the thrust of this month. It's a month in which a person, if they put their mind and their heart and their soul to the matter, they will get closer and closer l'daidi to their beloved who is Hashem. And Hashem will be closer to His beloved children, to Klal Yisrael, to each and every one of us as individuals, as families, as congregations, as communities, globally as the Jewish people. So ani l'daidi v'daidi li, I am to my beloved and my beloved is to me. And based upon the effort and the work that we put in to forging this relationship with Hashem, that's going to be the reward that we have of how close we're actually going to get. However, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch brings down another acronym that is based upon the letters Elul, Aleph, Lamed, Vav, Lamed. And he quotes a verse from the story of Purim from Megillas Esther. And over there it says, V'chein, so too, Ish, Aleph, l're'ehu, to his friend, U'matanos, and gifts, la'evyonim, to the poor. Elul, Ish, l're'ehu, a one person to his friend, U'matanos, la'evyonim, and gifts to the poor. That's also an acronym for the word Elul, which means, as the Kitzur is telling us over here, that Elul is not only a time that a person works on forging a beautiful, strong, deep relationship between them and Hashem, which we call Ben Adam L'Makayim, between us and the Makayim and the source of our life itself. But also, a person has to equally work upon their Ben Adam L'Chavero, the relation between themselves and the fellow Jewish people. And that's Ish L'Re'ehu U'matanos Le'evyonim. That's the verse in the Megillah which teaches us that a person is supposed to send gifts to his friend and he gives money to the poor. And therefore, there are two separate avodas, two separate exercises and work that we have to do during the month of Elul. On one hand, of course, we are preparing ourselves for the Yemei Adin, the days of judgment, Rosh HaShanah, where we're Mamlech, we make Hashem the king. And in order to make Hashem the king, you have to recognize in this whole month, you have to recognize His omniscience, His greatness, the Hashgacha Pratis, that He's involved in every single nook and cranny of your life. We have to acknowledge that the power of life and death is in His hands. We have to look back in the year in review, and we have to see the successes and we have to see the failures and the challenges as well, and remind ourselves that everything was decided and decreed last year on Rosh HaShanah. So on the one hand, we want to make sure that we are as close as possible to the Ribbono Shel Olam. That means it's a month filled with tefillah. It's a month of tshuva. It's a month of learning more Torah. It's a month of perfecting our midas, our character traits. It's a month of waking up early when the time comes to say slichais or slichot. If you're Sephardi, you've already began saying it, to begin to expound or expunge from our soul and from our hearts the pain of the year that has passed us already, of all of the mishaps, of all of the areas that we fell short in our avodas Hashem and our service of God. So we are working on forging a true, beautiful relationship together between us, our neshama, and Hashem. Yet, says the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch over here, there's another aspect that we must concentrate and focus on during this month, and that is, don't forget about everyone else. Don't forget how you're going to treat your neighbor. Don't forget how nice, husbands, how nice you have to be to your wife, to give her compliments, to be kind to her, to be sensitive to her, to help her out around the house. Don't forget, parents, how we have to treat our children with love, with respect, with understanding, with patience, with giving and filling them up with self-confidence, letting them know how much we love them and how much we believe in them and care about them. Let us not forget, spouses, wives, how you have to show your husband how you look up to him, how you honor him, how you respect him, how you appreciate the things that he does for you. If the man goes to work all day long and he works hard, and that is the main source of income for your family, appreciate what he does. If he sang a beautiful song by the Shabbos table, he told a nice Devar Torah, or you saw him playing with the kids on the floor and they were having a good time, let him know how much you appreciate it. Let them know this is the time that we have to give back to our fellow man, our fellow Jew as well. If there's a poor person and they stick out their hand and they ask you for tzedakah, don't close your fist. Don't say get a job. No, leave me alone. Give, even if it's just a little bit. Be kind, do chesed, be compassionate, be merciful on the others. And then, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees how much we are forging the relationships with our fellow Jews, how much we care about them and we give to them and we take care of them, then certainly HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, someone who treats my children with the proper respect, someone who cares and is concerned about the plight of his fellow Jew, somebody who gives the proper honor and the respect, whether it is to a spouse, to a parent, to a sibling, to a friend, to the person that they're sitting next to in shul, to the cashier at the store who's been having a hard day because everyone's screaming and yelling at her, and you smile and you say, thank you for being here, you're doing such a great job. Whatever it might be, when Hashem sees that you are taking care of His children, when Hashem sees that you care enough to work extra hard during the month of Elul to be part of Klal Yisrael, Hashem says, then this is a person that I want to keep around for the up and coming year. Because someone who cares so much about the relationship with me, which means that they are trying to bring more and more of the Shekhinah into this world, and somebody who cares so much about my children, which means that he is making sure that they have their needs and what is required for them to live the best lives that they can, and he's sensitive and caring and compassionate and merciful and concerned about everyone else. This is a person who deserves to be written and sealed in the book of life, because that in fact is what life is all about. To be someone who is, his mind is always surging and elevating itself, and his heart is always leaping forth together with his neshama to the greatest relationship in the world, which is between him and Hashem, which brings him the most spiritual bliss and happiness in the world. And at the same time, his feet are grounded in this world, where he's able to work together with the beautiful world of Klal Yisrael, that HaKadosh Baruch has given us all of these wonderful Jews, all of these beautiful people who are so sincere and so devout and need so much. Says Hashem, you take care of our relationship, and you take care of the relationship between you and the rest of Klal Yisrael. You're going to be written and sealed in the book of life. Everybody should try their best to pick one area in their personal avodas Hashem that they know they need to strengthen between them and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and one area in the Bein Adam L'Chavero, between them and their fellow Jew, that they know needs working on, and strengthen themselves in that area. And those two directions that a person will take in life will be a great zechus, a tremendous merit for them as they stand before Hashem on Rosh HaShanah, when the book of life and the book of death is open and Hashem is deciding where we're going to be written in. He sees you are a person who appreciates the meaning of life, and certainly you will be signed and sealed together with all of us, Be'ez Hashem, in the book of life for the up and coming year. Have a wonderful Shabbos, and may we be zeicha together to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu be'avu u'b'yira, with love and with fear and with awe, singing and dancing before the Master and the Creator of the world, showing Him how much we appreciate and we value the greatest gift in the world, and that is the gift of life. Good Shabbos, have a wonderful day, and we look forward to learning next week. All the best.